If you stopped working today, exactly how long could you survive? For most people, the answer is a few months, maybe a few weeks. This is a terrifying reality. It means you are not free. You are leasing your life from your employer 1 month at a time. The moment the paycheck stops, your lifestyle collapses. Why does this happen? Because you have been taught to chase income, not wealth. Income is what you earn from your labor. It is taxed the highest, it requires your physical presence, and it stops when you sleep. Wealth is what you own. It is taxed the lowest, or not at all. It works 24/7, and it can be passed down to your children. You cannot work your way to freedom. You have to own your way to freedom. Welcome to Infinite Systems. Today, I am going to show you the 4 asset classes that create 99% of the world's wealth. We are going to move you from the labor quadrant to the capital quadrant. I will explain the pros and cons of each asset and how you can start acquiring them even if you are starting from zero. Asset class number 1 is business equity. This is the fastest lane to wealth, but also the hardest. Look at the Forbes billionaire list. Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg. Did they get rich by saving their salary? No. They got rich because they own equity in a business that solves a problem for millions of people. A business is a machine. You build it once and it runs without you. When you have a job, you are the machine. When you own a business, you are the engineer. Most people think starting a business is risky, but relying on one boss for 100% of your income is much riskier. You don't need to build the next Amazon. You just need to solve a problem. There are 2 types of business models: service and product. Service is selling your time, consulting, freelancing. This is hard to scale. Product is selling a thing: software, e-commerce, digital course. This is infinitely scalable. If you sell a digital course for $100, you can sell it to 10 people or 10,000 people. Your effort is the same. Owning a business gives you 2 things: cash flow, monthly profit, and exit value, selling the company. This is the only asset class where you can turn $0 into $1 million in a few years with just your brain and a laptop. Asset class number 2 is real estate. This is the oldest and most proven way to build wealth. Why do rich people love real estate? One word: leverage. Real estate is the only asset where the bank will give you 80% of the money to buy it. Imagine you want to buy $100,000 of Apple stock. You need $100,000. But if you want to buy a $100,000 rental property, you only need $20,000. The bank gives you the rest. If the property goes up in value by 10%, you didn't make 10% on your money. You made 50% on your $20,000 down payment. This is the magic of other people's money, or OPM. Plus, you get tax breaks. Depreciation allows you to write off the wear and tear of the building against your taxes, often making your rental income tax-free on paper. But be warned, real estate is not truly passive. Toilets break, tenants don't pay. It requires management.
It is a slow, steady, get-rich-for-sure scheme. It won't make you a millionaire overnight, but over 20 years, it is almost guaranteed. Asset class number 3 is paper assets: stocks, bonds, index funds. This is the most accessible asset class for the average person. You can start with $5. When you buy a share of the S&P 500, you are buying a tiny slice of the 500 biggest companies in America. You become a partial owner of Apple, Microsoft, Google. You don't have to manage employees, you don't have to fix toilets, you don't have to do any marketing. You just give them your capital, and they give you a share of their profits. It is the ultimate lazy man's wealth. The power of stocks is liquidity. You can sell them instantly. And compound interest. Historically, the market doubles your money every 7 to 10 years. If you are working a job, you should be pouring every spare dollar into paper assets. This is your freedom fund. It is boring, it is slow, but it is the surest path to freedom for someone who doesn't want to be an entrepreneur. Asset class number 4 is digital assets. This is the new frontier. This is the 21st century gold rush. Digital assets are things that exist only in code or media but have immense value. There are three main types. 1. Audience or brand. If you have a YouTube channel with 100,000 subscribers, that is an asset. It prints money through ads and sponsorships. It is digital real estate. 2. Intellectual property. Books, music, code, patents. If you write a piece of software that people pay a subscription for, SaaS, that is a digital oil rig. 3. Cryptocurrency. Bitcoin, Ethereum. This is digital gold. It is a decentralized store of value that cannot be printed by governments. Digital assets have the highest ROI, return on investment, because the cost to create them is near zero. To build a hotel, you need millions of dollars. To build a YouTube channel, you need a phone. The margin on digital products is nearly 100%. This is where the new rich are being made. Young people are becoming millionaires not by buying land, but by buying attention and code. So which one should you choose? It depends on your personality and your resources. If you have time but no money, build a business or digital assets, sweat equity. If you have money but no time, buy paper assets or real estate, passive investing. The trap is staying in the none category. Most people own a car, liability, clothes, liability, electronics, liability. They own nothing that pays them. You need to audit your life. Look at your bank statement. Where is your money going? Is it going into things that die or things that grow? Here is the formula for freedom. 1. Use your income, labor, to buy assets. 2. Reinvest the income from those assets to buy more assets. And repeat until the income from assets greater than your living expenses. Once you cross that line, you are free. You never have to work again. You can choose to work, but you don't have to. The alarm clock becomes an option, not a requirement. Stop trading time. Start collecting assets. Build your machine. Welcome to the system.